Good evening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the final game on the docket here on Championship Saturday. This one is one we have all been waiting for. It is the 8th grade girls A Championship. The number 2 seed St. Clare Crusaders taking on the number 1 seed St. Teresa Falcons. The Crusaders led tonight by coaches Michael O'Connor and John Regina. St. Teresa Falcons led by Lisa Capiello and Brendan McGinn. If you're unfamiliar with these two programs, St. Clare Crusaders are wearing yellow tops, yellow jerseys. They have blue shorts on with gold trim, I guess you could say, blue numbers and blue lettering. It's St. Teresa Falcons that are rocking the white jerseys with white shorts. They have red trim and red lettering. Joining me in the broadcast booth for this game is the A squad. Gentlemen, Ray Palma, Elliot Wilson in the broadcast booth. It's lit city in here tonight, boys. Final game on the docket. Are you ready or what?
Absolutely happy to be back after my minutes restriction. I'm allowed to finish the game here with Coach Chanod, and honored to be here today, Dan.
Always a pleasure to have you back. There is a minute restriction, and believe me, once we took you out of the booth, there was tons of hate mail. All the referees on Staten Island hate us at this point, so that's got to be good for us. Terry Downey loves us, so that's got to be good.
It's good to know.
We got a good spot.
It's good to know the ref, that's for sure.
Shout out to Terry Downing, another Curtis alum coming over to give us a pound before the start of this game. Turning this camera around.
Other referee, Armand Tosca, experienced PSAL official. Big assignment as a ref. The sign of respect from the assigner. They're going to give you a game like this, Coach E, with an A playoff game like this. Championship game, excuse me.
I mean, this is the main event, and we can't be more happy to see two high school officials out here reffing the game, reffing the championship game.
Can't be happier with the DJ either. He's got me so hyped.
DJ's been fantastic all day. I don't know his name, but
get his name.
He's been tearing it up all day. We're going to work on that at halftime.
DJ's been on point.
Yes, that's a good thing to work on halftime. We got to shout out this DJ. He's been moving the crowd. Moments away here, turning up our microphones because, gentlemen,
check.
The decibel levels have certainly gotten higher in here.
It's funny, you have St. Clare's is the champions, 3rd, 5th, 7th grade, the defending champs, but they come in as underdogs, had an injury-riddled season, and the Falcons come in at 17-0, undefeated.
And Coach Michael O'Connor is the OG of girls basketball in CYO.
So we have a veteran coach and probably the youngest coach in the CYO going against each other here.
St. Teresa's goes to get us going off the jump. There's a foul called. So we're going to have a trip to the charity stripe right away here to start us off in the championship game.
So Brianna Ardolik at the line. I actually had a chance to meet her, asked her if she was related to Imir from high school coach, but apparently she's not.
Okay.
Very disappointed. But earlier on, Mickey Hidrick's daughter was playing. She was excellent. Second shot coming up, trying to break the ice, get the first score for the Falcons.
I got to give a shout out to Lisa Capiello, the head coach of the Falcons. She delivered waters to the booth.
Oh, it's very nice.
So she knows, she cares about us. A 1-0 lead for St. Teresa to start. Nobody does.
Nobody cares.
See how St. Clare can respond. St. Clare with it now. Perimeter passing, kicks it off right side. Love the fact that they have their names on the back of their jerseys for both of these teams. And the floater baseline is good. St. Teresa's balling a start. That was number 11, Isabella Grimaldi, getting her money in the paint.
It's amazing how you see these two teams that played against each other in last year's championship game and how much they have
developed. Got a turnover-y.
And the speed coming into play.
Oh, back the other way. Sutter step off the back rim. No. It's the Crusaders who come up with the rebound, pushing it quickly across the timeline. Alyssa Regina tries to throw it in off the back end. It won't go. Terry Downing calls a foul, it looks like she'll go on the line to shoot 2.
And unlike a lot of refs, it's a foul. If Terry Downing calls a foul, you can guarantee somebody got fouled. That's for sure. Terry's not one to blow the whistle when it's not warranted. That's for sure.
I am just loving the pace of this game to start. Like, these ladies are flying up and down the court. It's a good pace.
Regina, found herself. No one stopped the ball from the Falcons, and Regina was able to just get downhill and go, and never got stopped, and made 1 from the line. Possession on that baseline. It's going to be a call for the official. Goes the other way, Coach.
Coach, would you admit that the free throws have been a little suspect today?
I mean, free throw shooting, I think worldwide has just not been good. You watch any guy. I haven't seen free throws have been a trouble. Staten Island anyway, island-wide, NBA-wide. Yeah, but you're right. It's been most teams have been shot poorly from the line all day.
Ooh, good pass.
That's Brielle Longo who passes it baseline to Brianna Ardolik. They can't come up with any money in the paint. Now the other way. 3-1 is our score. St. Clair's tries to fire one from way downtown. Can't convert. It's going to be the Falcons basketball. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in our final championship game of the day.
Now, number 20, Lauren Rodriguez, I remember her. She was the MVP of last year's game. So this is a rematch.
Turnover. Danny's going selfie mode again.
No, I'm not. The Chinese bookie's calling me. He's got a problem with the heat. It's the whole dilemma. Back to the action on the court, right side.
Stay tuned tomorrow. Bookie will announce the spreads for all the games tomorrow. Can't
That's
wait
right.
for the
We
announcement.
got
Big
6
announcement
games
coming.
of action on St. Patty's Day Sunday, as this one is bangs from downtown. Number 1, Brianna Ardolik.
So Ardolik's come out aggressive and on fire. St. Teresa's first one's to strike. Let's see how St. Clair's responds. Good zone offense there, getting a shooter open.
Here's a 3 from the corner. Won't go. Crusaders come up with the board.
Good pass.
Juliana Bentivenia with the rebound creates this second chance opportunity for
Palma.
St. Clair's. Cuts the deficit in half.
Size on the boards, active and aggressive, soft hands on the touch. Beautiful possession for the Crusaders.
Now right side stutter step on the wing. They throw it up top. That's the Falcons. Here's a 3
That's
from
confident.
head on. Won't go. A lot of confidence. Rebounded this time by Lauren Rodriguez. Bringing it across the timeline with a full head of steam. Now makes her way towards the baseline. She is fouled. Going to the line to shoot 2.
Early on these possessions, the Falcons in transition have played a little poor. So far, a slow start as far as traditional defense goes. Got to stop the basketball. This will be the second time St. Clair's going to the foul line. St. Clair's going on the line because the Falcons didn't step up, Coach.
Yep. A prime example of that was the last game. Hill, who played man-to-man the whole game, was rotating, stepping up, stopping the ball, and made it really difficult for Blessed Sacrament. Even though Blessed Sacrament pulled out the win, but they were stepping up and made it very hard for Blessed Sacrament to score.
Shout out to my guy Dan Melios right to our right here. So it's good to see Dan and catch up, talk a little wrestling. Congrats to Dan's daughter, Nicole. Nicole, the all-time leading scorer, like ever, anywhere.
On Staten Island,
New York City, anywhere else. Phenomenal player. It all came and went so quick.
I just like when you guys know people in the audience. I don't know anybody, so it's great.
Well, I just spent 2.5 hours in the audience, so
Oh,
I got to
yeah,
know
you're
a lot
right,
of
you're
people.
right, you're right. You were kissing
I know
babies like
everybody
the
here
Pope.
now, as a matter of fact.
Coach was in the bullpen. Like, come on.
I was warming up for 9 innings.
Studio 64 is on the road today. We're at Farrell High School. This is Nobody Cares Sports Network. If you ain't heard of us before, no religion, no politics, like and subscribe. Feel good sports news. The kick to the corner, now inside. Great defense from the Falcons. Isabella Grimaldi soared in from out of nowhere to deflect that into the stage.
Delmar doesn't, she has, her nose is leaking a little bit. She's going to come out of the game. Yeah, she didn't look comfortable. So I guess she's bleeding from the nose, and they got to get the blood to stop flowing before she can play in the game. Clearly, she's uncomfortable right now.
It's awful, too, because you can't breathe. You're running up and down the court.
Breathing is rather important.
Regina makes a way into the paint off both ends of the rim. It won't fall. 6-5. Teresa still has the lead. Ball poked away here at half court, but it's going to be a push going against Lauren Rodriguez.
Grimaldi is a very athletic player. She can do a little bit of everything. Rebound, handle the ball, so she's like their utility player, probably one of their best players
Oh, a beautiful inside pass. Doesn't go. Second chance opportunity won't go either. She almost falls down flat on her face. She's headed to the line to shoot, too. We said it all day, and we'll continue to say it all night. These girls, these boys are laying it out on the line every play, man.
Did you just see that catch, though?
Like, a teammate caught her by the waist and stopped her from falling? Yes.
Like, that was a phenomenal catch
the
by
whole
her.
thing, the chemistry.
Just had a nice conversation with Coach Capiello and Coach McGinn prior to the game. Mentioned Grimaldi here, one of their stars, one of their leading scorers. A girl that can do a little bit of everything and obviously has some size and the ability to catch the ball, apparently, like Chris Webber out there. For anybody who doesn't get the reference, Chris Webber had hands. Probably still does.
Oh, yes.
Free throw is good.
Like my man Timmy would say, good mitts. Good mitts.
Gary Payton, the glove, this is all I remember. 7-5. St. Teresa's, the Falcons with a 2-point lead. St. Clair's trying to get money in the paint now. That's a good way to go about it because they're fouled and headed to the line.
And Dan, it's a great point you bring up because I've watched every game today. And most zone offenses seem to be off the dribble to create jump shots. Here the Crusaders early on are making it a point to get the ball below the foul line. They're looking inside against the zone. And quite frankly, it's a nice change of pace and a pleasure to watch.
I love it. Liz Delmar with the all-purple kicks at the line. Throws her first one of 2 off the back rim, no.
So I guess she's got the nose issue cleared up. Thank God that didn't keep her on the bench for too long. And she has one more free throw coming up to cut it to a 1-point deficit.
Oh. And it touches every part of the rim but the netting. It's St. Teresa's Falcons who brings it across the timeline here. They'll have an opportunity to build on a 2-point lead. 3:30 remaining here in the opening quarter.
Got a little man-to-man defense here by St. Clair.
I don't know, Coach. 20's not playing man, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the box of one or something, but 20 looked like she was just standing there. We'll see. I'm not sure what defense 20 was in, but she was active and aggressive on that one, that's for sure.
Now, this Lauren Rodriguez is tough. Like, her demeanor, her swag, like she's out here. And whatever high school is getting her is going to get a really good player.
So that on cue, Coach, the energy, the effort from Rodriguez makes things happen. Looking at an inbounds here. Rodriguez will bring it up against the teeth of this 3-2 defense, which has slowed the game down for St. Clair. They haven't gotten great looks, but like we said previously, they have gotten the ball inside. Here comes Rodriguez, going to slow it down. No shot clock here in girls CYO basketball.
3-2 zone here for
working the ball. Like you always want to do against the zone. Work the ball with the pass. Dribble penetration is good, like they have been. Look inside. Slow the game down a bit this possession.
Attack the
high,
gap.
low. Rodriguez found it. And there you go. A little bit of patience. So, Coach E, you start slow. You kind of lull them to sleep a little bit. Then you turn the afterburners on. You're back to the foul line.
They did 4 passes and then a drive to attack the gap. So they shifted the zone and then attacked it, and now Rodriguez is at the line shooting 2.
He did it so nonchalantly, There wasn't even just simple, basic, move the zone, make them shift a bit, one little gap. And for what Rodriguez has shown so far, you give her a little bit of space, she's going to take advantage of it. Rodriguez to the line, one more with a chance to tie.
Second one is off the back rim. No. Falcons come up with it. It's number 1, Brianna Ardolik, who brings it across the timeline. She shuffles it over now to player on her right, Casey McGinn. Casey McGinn goes up and down, loses the ball, so no traveling violation. Grimaldi now kicking it over to Ortiz, who fires a 3 and misses.
Coach O'Connor was not happy with that at all. Thought that McGinn pushed off.
Terry was on it, said the ball was pushed out. Coach still has a better perspective than I do.
Here's a 3 from the corner. It won't go from Alyssa Regina.
Yeah, that's going to be on 22. Looking over the back there. She's just being aggressive, but I think I agree with the call. That's going to be a foul on McGinnis. So looks like the St. Clair's, you'd say, would have a little bit of a size advantage. So you want to keep that, keep McGinnis out of foul trouble. Ardolik's been impressive so far. Been handling the ball. She's been on the boards. Aggressive all around.
Ardolik, Grimaldi, and McGinn are very tall girls.
Oh, stutter step. Won't go left side. Falcons come up with their own rebound. Here is a long shot from the right side that won't go. And it's St. Clair who brings it across the timeline. They trail by 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter.
Good kick.
8th grade A girls championship game.
Rodriguez.
Beautiful drive to the lane. She found a little bit, really threaded the needle with separation, fellas, and created something seemingly out of nothing. Headed to the line again.
She is tough. And what I mean by tough is that not only is she guarding the point guard full court, but she's putting pressure on them. She's attacking them. She's fearless, driving to the hole.
When you look at the team itself, Rodriguez 10 points per game, missed 7 games with a knee injury. Where am I? Regina 11 points a game, 30 threes made. 30.
Wow.
30 3-pointers on the season. And then McGinnis 10 points per game, Delmar 7 points a game. Second in rebounding.
And shout out to Ray with real stats that matter too.
Those stats came directly from coach. So those are not made up. And you have 3 double-figure scorers on a team that scores 50 points a game.
I'm with it.
Just really impressive at St. Clair's.
But we have the championship jitters first quarter because it's very tight.
Not only the jitters, coach, but the size of the court, and the crowd. I mean,
all day with this crowd. The support out here in this community has been fantastic. St. Clair tries to come up with it, and they do. Now bringing it across, that's Bentavenia. Beautiful bounce pass, but there's 2 trailing Falcons home to break it up. Jump ball is the end result, and it's going to say St. Clair basketball. 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ray Palma, Elliott Wilson, and Danny Chanod on the call here. You're tuned in to Nobody Cares Sports. Here's a 3 from the left corner. No. And it's going to go to St. Teresa's.
And their coach is asking for a deflection and block there. Downing doesn't have it. I didn't really see it either way. Nonetheless, coach is very upset. Early on, 35 seconds left.
Listen, Coach Mike O'Connor is intense. He coached for many years at St. Joseph Hill varsity. Coached a lot of great players there. His daughters played basketball. His son-in-law played at Monsignor Farrell. Coach is intense. It's a basketball family.
25 seconds left. St. Clair's down by 1 with possession. Looked content to hold and take the last shot of the half. Rodriguez the one with the ball. He got 2 high, 2 on the baseline. They're going to throw a pass. They're going to get the play in motion. Whatever's going to be run here. Got 1 going along the baseline now. Going to go an overload. Look, dump into the post off the overload. Spin. Over the shoulder. Block deflected. Falcons pick it up. It's only 2 seconds. We need to get a heave here. And we're not going to get a shot off. That's going to be the end of the first half. First quarter.
First quarter, yeah.
With your score, St. Teresa's 7 and St. Clair's 6.
That was a little confusing. I had period listed as 0. But look, St. Teresa's has a 7-6 lead. We're going to turn it over now to the Main Street Coffee broadcast booth.
Main Street Coffee.
And
not
Ray,
just coffee.
I also want to give a big shout out to a big, proud supporter of Nobody Cares Sports. You know who they are. Windows We Are.
Windows We Are! My favorite window establishment on the face of the earth. Got the family, big St. Peter's supporters, both their sons, fantastic athletes, football players. And Danny, do you know if you go there, they'll pay for your toll?
That's right. It's
and
almost like
parking lot. There's a parking lot, and they'll pay for your toll. Where else do you get that?
I just want to say that it is, in fact, like an 8th wonder of the world. 9110 5th Avenue, Brooklyn is Windows We Are. Parking lot on premise. You've often said 2 words that don't go in the same sentence as Brooklyn and parking lot.
Yeah, Brooklyn and parking, period. Unless you're talking about things that make you want to go crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, these are great people out there. They will pay for your toll over the bridge. They do installations, custom repairs. They'll even fix your screen door for you. They did all the windows in St. Peter's Boys High School, and they even hired the students to install them over the summer. So they are out here for the community.
Turnbull.
Obviously supporting us. Big shout out to the Turnbull family.
Turnbull family, total class action. Thank you for your constant support of Nobody Cares Sports.
Constant support. Those people have problems. Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you woo the sponsors.
That's not how you woo this. I'm hoping that just, honesty keeps them on board. A 3 from St. Teresa's head on won't go. Lord knows it's the content that doesn't keep them. And it's the Falcons that maintain possession. Excellent second chance opportunity. A 20-footer from the baseline won't go. Third chance opportunity. Fourth chance opportunity. Finally goes. Counted on the foul.
I may not outskill you on that possession, but I will outwork you. Grimaldi refused to be denied on the baseline. Oh, my goodness.
I feel like she's got siblings.
She went Charles Smith, and then decided to go up strong and put it home and won. Beautiful.
Consistency is key.
She got a full 8 hours of sleep last night, the way she was jumping for that ball, I'm telling you.
At this age, she might have been up all night long, too.
Might have been,
really
too.
know.
You never know. Well, she doesn't complete the conventional three-point play. Deep three fired from Regina left wing doesn't go.
Shout out to the people at Monsignor Farrell, Coach Dunn, who I watched sweep the floor between a few games. What a first-class operation we've got here.
Yes, sir. All right. It wasn't a free throw, but
when we
need
all
this
stop
selfie.
talking, because Danny takes about 11 selfies a game. I'm not sure where they go. I've never seen them.
I put them up.
Are they up somewhere? I got to get more on my social media, get my MySpace going.
You gotta get your Instagram.
The Instagram is lit. If you want to follow local sports on social media, Nobody Cares Sports Instagram is actually lit. We do a good job of spreading the word.
I'm old. I'm a Facebook guy. Rodriguez again. Rodriguez against his zone.
Rodriguez has been the player so far today
Inside.
for St. Clair. Excellent move.
You see St. Clair's been running that base offense. They've been running the guard through to the weak side, creating an overload, then dumping it down.
Ashley McGinnis with the bucket, 9/8 to score. St. Teresa, excellent center step, lays it in off the glass. What a move.
Definitely.
Oh, my goodness. Brielle Longo putting on a show.
But I want to go back to Ashley McGinnis with the hook shot. That was pretty dope.
There's a lot to talk about here. It is the championship.
Ooh.
As that three-pointer from the corner doesn't go.
Let's see if Grimaldi keeps
has
the head
it.
up.
Brings it across the timeline,
Good
looking.
pass.
Finds the open Falcon in the lane. Good defense here from behind as a shot blocked. Ashley McGinnis with the defensive play. Now stolen once again. Brielle Longo has it. The pass to Grimaldi. Up and in.
Grimaldi came to play. You can tell the competitor in Rodriguez. Looks like she wants to snap somebody's neck over there.
She's fired up.
I'm glad she's not yelling at me. My goodness.
Woo! That Lauren Rodriguez is fired up.
She's super hyped, right? What happened?
Listen, things aren't going.
Anytime I see a teenager, boy or girl, biting anything that they're wearing, you know,
Listen,
I kick it back to the broadcast booth.
Point guards that are active and engaged in the game, you gotta love them.
And I'm watching both huddles, Coach.
Yeah.
I see Coach Mike is leading the team, and then the assistant coach, John Regina, he's talking to a player on the side.
Right.
You look over this Falcon bench, same thing. You got Coach Capiello running the huddle, and Brendan McGee on the side working on a post-up with another kid.
Right.
That's coaching.
That's
and
coaching.
You don't get that everywhere. You don't get it to where people give the time and actually really care. And you can see it. And I firmly believe you can win with talent at any level.
Right.
But in CYO, the coaching is a big backbone of programs.
Coaching is a huge factor, and you know when the kids, because the kids are ready to buy in.
Yeah.
And because they want to play, so they're gonna do what they're told, and you know, even though like the scores have been low today, but the execution, guys and girls setting screens, you know, pressing and trapping, working together.
And you see how Star of the Sea dominates all the younger divisions.
Right.
And then they get a little older, teams keep competing, they keep growing, it spreads out a little more. You know, it's just so cool to watch the development of these young men and ladies.
Well, here's a kick now over to the corner. It's the Crusaders. Regina has it.
She wasn't in the paint, though. I agree with her. She was.
I don't think.
What's the call, boys?
The call was 3 seconds, but she was. I don't think she was actually physically in the paint. But
Right.
Tosca's closer than I am, so perhaps I had the wrong perspective. But she looked just as confused as I was. She being, I was at 14, Delmar, just as confused as I was.
Grimaldi.
Oh, loses it on the way up. And it looks like we have a foul being called here against number 22 of the Crusaders.
The scoring.
Oh, no, they're going to say it's going to go against number 6, Alyssa Regina.
The game's been choppy, but the one consistent thing's been Grimaldi's aggression around the basket. That's for sure.
She has not stopped.
And the free throw shooting continues to remain. Though these girls have to shoot from the regular line, I assume,
Yes.
right? Earlier on, you weren't here, but the kids were allowed to shoot from the blue line.
Yes.
But they weren't doing it.
Right.
There's a
Blowing
lot
my mind.
happening. It took us like 3 games to figure it out.
I still haven't figured it out. I'm not sure what's happening,
Yeah.
but nonetheless. All right, 14-8, biggest deficit of the night for the Falcons.
It sure is. This is
And they're extending their zone a little further
Regina
out.
brings it across, throws it up, won't go. Grimaldi comes down with the board. Falcons have numbers coming
Good
down the court.
pass.
Excellent pass. You almost could have counted that one with the foul, but the basket doesn't go. A trip to the free throw line coming up now for Heather McGinnis.
They're not acting like it should be
Not-
one-on-one.
there's not shooting. Oh,
One-on-one. It wasn't a shooting foul, but it is a
Oh.
one-on-one. So you were right, Dan. They are going to be shooting.
I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah,
Brianna Ardolik
go on.
is going to be a phenomenal high school basketball player if she continues to work. She has attributes.
Yeah, she has instincts too.
Yeah.
You know, just watching her play. I've never seen her play before.
Right.
Watching
This is the first time I've watched her
I can
play.
tell. And the one's a player. I don't need to tell anything else.
Right.
Yeah, one can hoop.
You know what I mean? Like, she can ball, and if she continues to work, she's going to make some high school coach very happy.
Now, St. Teresa has quietly built themselves up a 8-point lead here.
Good math, Danny.
Thanks, pal. I almost passed out. I was dizzy. Now back to the action here. It is, in fact, Lauren Rodriguez, the tenacious floor general, brings it across the timeline. Sending a pass to her left. Now perimeter passing all the way
pass.
around the horn. They
pass.
find the open Crusader in the paint. It won't go. The Falcons come down the other way. And lay it up and in.
Longo.
Now St.
10-point
Clair's
lead, boys. 10-point lead.
Look at East St. Teresa's defense coming much further out than they have been.
Extended.
Oh, a
Good
beautiful
rotation, but-
pass. They needed that one.
When you bring your defense further out, you expose the basket. You put more pressure away from the basket, but you expose the basket on the other side. That's exactly what happened there in that possession.
Liz Delmar gets credit for those points up in the paint. Way to get her money rocking the all-purple shoes. Slowly bringing it across the timeline is Grimaldi. Shout out to this gentleman walking across.
Mike Neely.
Mike Neely, that's right.
St. Clair's went to a 1-1-3. And not many coaches run a 1-1-3.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure it's even a thing. I don't know if we
Right.
can even use that term.
Right,
Yeah,
but not many people run a 1-1-3. There's only 2 people I know that
It's a
run
T. It's a T formation in basketball is what you're saying.
all right, yeah.
There's only 2 people I know that run a 1-1-3, and that's Coach Mike O'Connor and the coach that we'll see tomorrow night in the varsity game, Coach Mike Reap, who will run a 1-1-3 as well.
Reaper will run anything. The Reaper over the last
That's
respect
awesome.
for Mike Reap. Mike Reap will literally, there's not a defense he wouldn't play.
That's awesome.
And not only play it, but execute it.
But
too.
execute it. The Reaper will be out here tomorrow night in rare form, ready to rock and roll.
And we have my favorite version of Coach Reap, underdog Coach Reap.
Are we broadcasting those
Is
games
it-
tomorrow?
Is this underdog Coach Reap tomorrow?
I believe I've been told it's underdog Coach Reap. I could be making a mistake right now.
I know some of those kids on that team. I don't think they're underdogs.
Second
Well,
one
from a
at the
win-loss
line is up.
perspective,
Right.
based on regular season, that kind
Ain't
of thing.
good. Well, Juliana Bentavenia makes a couple from the charity stripe. It's a 6-point game for St. Teresa's. Here is a long
good shot.
two buried from Julia Carlucci. Making it look easy. 20-12, back up to an 8-point lead for the Falcons. Excellent passing here on the far side of the court from the Crusaders. Rodriguez receives it, fires a 3, and it's money!
They have been 0 for the day from 3. That's a big one from Rodriguez to get them going.
And
Big
guess who
swing,
got
8
them
to
going?
5. Wow.
Now this looks like a boxing one.
Yeah, it might just be some. Yeah, no, it might be
Yeah.
man-to-man. Let's see some man-to-man.
Well,
Yeah.
down to a 5-point lead. Falcons doing everything they can to stay ahead. That three-pointer sails off the rim and kicks out of bounds.
We'll study it more, Eve. I'm pretty sure. I think it was just man-to-man. You know, that I don't know. Who do you box in one on St. Teresa's? Ardolik has been fantastic. Grimaldi's been fantastic.
It looked like they were trying to take McGinn out of it.
Maybe that's been the game plan because McGinn has not
Right.
had many opportunities. That could be it as well.
You know what I mean? Like I'm watching Rodriguez guard McGinn, and like in her grill, like
Yeah. Well, I think Rodriguez, whoever she guards, is going to have a rough time. That's for sure.
Oh, Pass into the paint. Turns out to be a frugal attempt at getting their money. It kicks out of bounds. A lot of defenders home.
So now I'm going to study this even more, and I got to look at this.
What's even crazier is, I talk about the officials sometimes, and positive when deserved and negative, but you could. I don't know what they're getting.
So look, they're face guarding McGinn.
Down on the other end here.
They are in the box, Coach. You're right. This is an old school boxing one.
Grimaldi has it up top, fires a three, and it's money!
The byproduct of the boxing one is Grimaldi is having the game of her life right now.
She's in her bag, and
when you go to a boxing one, you make yourself susceptible to a lot of other things.
They kick out again. Rodriguez tries to bury a three, and it won't go. Falcons running the other way. A lot of contact, no call. Grimaldi throws it home.
That was a great no call by
Great
Terry.
no call.
They're all good no calls. All right, here we go.
No, I'm serious. The refs definitely, they're done with me, but they love you guys. Terry's still good in my book.
Terry's as good as it gets on the island.
I love him. Regina working left side, now in. Now back out. Regina, stutter step, pump fake, crossover, gets into the lane, throws one up left-handed. Doesn't go. That's Bentavinia. And shooting two at the line with 52.9 seconds to go here in the first half.
So note that. Sorry, go ahead.
Danny's definitely getting his Tassiello on right now.
So you got 52.9. St. Clair's going to the line, makes the first. A big 52.9 for St. Clair's here in the last. So you can cut it to 8, I believe, on a make. The math thing is not my thing. We can cut it to 8 on a make here. If you come down and get a stop or another score, you're much happier going down 5-6 than if you are 10-12.
But you got to make free throws.
Yeah, both teams all day long. Free throws are not fun. Danny is on his iPhone.
Oh, it's terrible. Why you always got to rat me out for it? Back to the action on the court. Oh, the crossover, center step.
I'm telling you, Miss Brianna.
Ardolik.
It's the first time I'm watching
That is highlight number 4 today. Mark it down.
Her swag is crazy.
27-16. St. Teresa's with a commanding 11-point lead now, their largest of the night. Regina works right side, can't get the runner to go. A fight and scrap for the rebound. Now referees are going to signify that this is a foul going against the Falcons.
And Terry called that from the baseline, I believe. So if Terry called it, it happened.
And who did you say that was St. Clair's leading three-point shooter? Regina, right?
St. Clair's 33 made for Regina.
Right?
Regina had 33s
okay.
made on the season.
She's done passed up about 2 or 3 wide-open threes.
They did. I'm not sure if she missed some earlier. They did early on, and the free throws missed here. There's 2 big misses for St. Clair and a foul. So you miss 2 consecutive free throw attempts. Now you foul, you put them at the foul line. Like we said, if you could go down into the half down 5-6, good. 10-12, bad, and we're staring down that lane right now.
Right, and that's the swing.
With an excellent foul shoot at the line. A young lady's having a great game. And, as they've gone to this boxing one, it's taken McGinn out of the game, but I think McGinn's been more than happy to just kind of, stay and let her teammates eat the other way. Ball comes down.
Rodriguez has it. 5 seconds on the clock. Left side. Beautiful stutter step. Won't go. And St. Clair throws it up there. Foul with 0.8 seconds to go here in the half.
Unfortunate, you don't want a silly foul at the end of a half. A great half for St. Teresa's. Right. But for St. Clair's, they've chunked up a few free throws here. You make 2, at least you're not down double figures at the half.
And like piggybacking on what you said earlier, I don't think it bothers Casey one bit as long as her team is winning because last year she was one of the most visible people last year upset that their team lost to this same St. Clair's team. So, she's happy that their team is winning right now.
As a player, there's no greater sign of respect when teams go boxing one or any other kind of junk on you. So take it as a sign of respect.
McGinnis misses both from the free throw line, and that's going to wrap it up for us at the end of one full half of play. St. Teresa Falcons are up 27-16 over the St. Clair Crusaders. We've seen it happen before, and we can't see it happen again, where an 11-point lead gets shrunk down to a 2-point lead in the final minutes. Don't go anywhere. You got something?
Are we live still?
Yeah.
We're on. I didn't know we're supposed to talk.
No, I'm going to take a break.
We have the halftime. We're going to take a little break.
You want to talk?
I'll talk. Are we talking or not talking?
I'm going to get up. You can talk.
Danny's going to talk. I'll just talk. What we got here,
You want to talk to me?
This has been
talking to my brother.
This has been a great day
Talk to
for
the
Staten
people.
Island, Coach A. Just I've been here since 9:30. I watched Vic Romano and Billy Altorf win a championship in 2023. The amount of people, I would love if someone counted how many human beings have walked into the door today. You figure there's been 8 games,
Right.
300 to 400 people at each game. For some games, probably more than that. This is just unprecedented, in my opinion, just from a size perspective at what this tournament brings out.
And like we say, shout out to Farrell for hosting this wonderful event, and Coach Mike Dunn, Coach Garofolo, the athletic director, for allowing us to use the facilities.
Well, Coach, Garofolo is not a fool. Coach Dunn just won a city championship yesterday.
Right.
Well, if you want kids to come to your house, you better invite them in for some lunch.
You better invite them in for some lunch. Right.
So that's obviously when you have world-class facilities. And I'm sure for any of the student athletes, if you're Farrell, I'm sure they show them the weight room and how do you call it a weight room? I don't know if it's the right word to use for what they have here.
The strength and conditioning center.
They have a strength and conditioning coach. I forget the young man's name, but if he wanted to, he could beat the life out of me. That's for sure. So, Farrell is a first-class, high-level city championship Catholic school, and they've done a fantastic job hosting this. And Mike Neely, when you run an organization where you're in charge of, I don't know how many parishes there are. It's got to be 40, 50, 30. I don't know what it is. So you hear things like, Neely this, Neely that sometimes.
Right.
But you don't hear enough of the praise. And I was trying, when I talked to him today, just trying to remind him, a lot of people out here respect what you do. And look at this, A. This is bigger, I would say, than the Staten High School League tournament, just by mere numbers. Staten High School League tournament, the most you ever had in one day was 4 games. We doubled that. Literally.
Right, and when you do it, and when you deal with as many parishes as Mike Neely deals with, not everybody's gonna be happy.
No.
And you know what? But you know who's happy? The kids.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. It's about the kids learning, the kids playing, working together. Being a part of your community. Being outside instead of on the computer screen and on the phone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like no Fortnite.
Right. Like there's so many factors, and so Mike Neely provides this. They're doing volleyball now. They're doing softball and baseball, bringing that back. So shout out to the CYO, and on top of that, they're including the public schools in the volleyball tournament that they're running.
That's fantastic. Fantastic.
So those are the things that people don't talk about. You can say Neely this, Neely that, but Neely does a great job in organizing, and he's fair.
You know what else they have? They have a CYO league that's starting around next week. But the league is for B and C type players.
Right.
The league is for kids who aren't going to make those AAU teams.
Right.
The league is for kids who aren't as quote unquote good at basketball.
Right.
And this is what the CYO is about, is providing opportunities for people. And that's why I always, again though, when you're on top, the head, always the president, the head coach, whoever you are, when you're in charge, you accept all blame and take no credit. At least that's what a good one does.
Right.
And I've never seen Mike Neely look for any credit.
Nothing.
And I've seen him shoulder any type of blame or criticism, and that's what you're going to get. But
right.
Overwhelmingly to support
all right,
for Neely's
gentlemen.
Danny's cutting us off.
I have to.
And
We're back to the action.
Starting over here.
And we are back to live action.
That's
second
right,
half
ladies
ball.
and gentlemen. We have number 6 inbounding in front of us. Alyssa Regina gives it to Rodriguez, who brings it across the timeline. Welcome back. Second half of action in the 8th grade Girls A Championship. Danny Chanod with Ray Palma, Elliot Wilson on the call. They did a heck of a job with a 2.5-minute halftime report. St. Clair's was running LB a little bit, Coach. A low version of it.
They just kind of, instead of the screen, though, just running to the corner and then dumping it in. But, yeah, I think they're doing it more to get the ball inside as opposed to the shooter.
Oh, my goodness. Brielle Longo.
She's made some tough layups
That's
tonight.
the second one tonight that made me, really open up my jaw and say, wow. Looking back right side, beautiful stutter step, but nothing there for Bentivegna. forced to kick it back up top, and the Crusaders are resetting.
Good move.
Alyssa Regina gets access to the
there's
paint, but she
there's
can't
Grimaldi.
score. Grimaldi's everywhere. Knees on the hardwood. And now a travel is being called on the far left side of the court. And I'll tell you what, this coach, Lisa Capiello, she's beside herself in anger on the sidelines. I don't blame her.
She's not afraid to express her opinion. That is for sure.
That's an Italian name, is it not? Capiello?
I'm gonna go with
say
the little Italian. And she's
definitely Mediterranean.
had the pleasure to meet her before the game. Nice, fired up head coach. Has her girls ready to go, obviously.
Oh, Regina with the floater.
St. Clair's extending it now. Looks like a little full court man.
And here comes Grimaldi.
Oh,
Stop.
Pop. Won't go. Left rim, no. Hawks, Falcons with the rebound.
So
I
St.
want to
Clair's.
remind people here that St. Teresa is the #1 seed, as we mentioned, coming into this game, and St. Clair the 2.
St. Clair the 2, and certainly St.
It doesn't
Teresa's
sound
shown.
right, yeah.
Well, I'll explain a little bit that St. Clair's was decimated by injuries. 7 games for Rodriguez, 5 games for Juliana Bentavilla.
Pennsylvania, just like that, throws it right side.
Good
A
pass.
beautiful layup and in from Ashley McGinnis. 29-20, Ray. It's a 9-point lead.
8 games for Delmar, so that explains and a little lack of continuity. When you don't have your lineup the whole time, it changes here.
Oh, no doubt.
Good pass.
Grimaldi kicks it outside. Ardolik can't hit the 3 from the corner. Rodriguez comes up with it, looking to push. She does, in fact, find Pennsylvania. Gains access to the paint. Back and forth we go, trying to see who can come up with it. It's the Falcons. Pushing now. Grimaldi, stutter step, right, left, won't go. Pennsylvania loses it out of bounds. It'll be Falcons basketball.
Now, you mentioned LB earlier, Lawrence Bora. Where were these rims that were the least soft rims in the world when we were playing Farrell about 25 years ago?
Actually, I saw the coaches in here last night with
Yeah.
a wrench. I don't know what they were doing. I think they were,
listen.
loosening it up a little bit.
My goodness.
Very friendly.
Good post entry here.
Oh.
Delmar.
Oh, what a move!
Beautiful,
Woo.
beautiful move.
It's the post moves that do it for me, fellas.
And guess
You're
who?
in the right booth for that. I think we'd all agree post play is a lost art and fun to watch.
Yep, absolutely.
And Rodriguez threw a phenomenal post pass where she pump faked, she took 2 dribbles, she threw it in.
Yes.
And Delmar gave her a target. Good job.
Love it.
I'm sitting in the crowd the last 3 games. The amount of how do I choose my words carefully?
Yeah, I
the
like
amount
this.
of illogical logic coming from parents think they're saying
yeah,
something.
no
I
doubt.
mean, oh my God, the
Way
things that
to
come out of their
word that.
mouth. Well, I didn't want to. I had to get into my car too, so I want to survive the night.
No, my car doesn't run well on a good day, so these people they might fix it.
And I drive a mom SUV. No one will ever think it's my car. All right.
Well,
here we
after
go.
the miss, St. Teresa's has it. Got somebody wide open ahead of everybody, and it doesn't go. Wildly upset with herself in the process is Casey McGinn.
Yeah, she's just frustrated. You could tell the box of 1 early and then missed the layup there.
Oh, na. Lauren Rodriguez buries a 3 from the
my girl
corner.
Rodriguez.
29-23,
Competing.
down to a 6-point game, and a timeout called wisely from St. Teresa's head
You
coach.
said wisely, Coach Capiello was calling that timeout on the made basket. She sees the run for St. Clair's, and more importantly, she sees her team a little upset. You can see McGinn right now is a little upset, a little frustrated. That's going to happen when you're the victim of a box and 1, and then obviously she had the opportunity to lay up there. But I can tell you one thing, and knowing the young lady and watching her play a few times over the years, she will put this ball in this basket before the night is
Absolutely.
out. And she will be a factor in this game before it's all said and done.
You know and it's crazy. What happens is they're face guarding her, and you have never been taught how to work against somebody being face guarding you. So she's running around like a chicken without a head, trying to get the ball. And then the one opportunity that she has on a wide open layup, she misses. It's like it leads to a domino effect. So.
We watched in the boys' high school championship game how one defensive guard, it was Spitstover Peters, could just take somebody completely out of the game.
Yeah.
And that's when you have someone like that. And I'm not honestly sure we're going to pay attention to it going forward if it's been one particular person for St. Clair's or been a committee. But so far, done a great job, McGinn and Danny Chanod. we have ourselves a ball game here.
Oh, we absolutely do, gentlemen. I said this when we went to the half, and it was an 11-point lead for St. Teresa. I said, don't go anywhere. We've seen it happen before. 11 points turns into 2, and before you know it, we have ourselves a classic ball game on our hands. Grimaldi off the inbound, works around a screen, baseline, misses the shot, but will go to the line to shoot 2. And Ray, this girl plays with a considerable amount of swagger.
I mean, I haven't really seen them play much. Swagger and aggression, Dan. Aggression and confidence. I think swagger, aggression, and confidence is how I would describe this young Grimaldi young lady. And not for nothing, a lot of bricks from the foul line, not from her. She's been smooth and consistent most of the night. We have no stats whatsoever in front of us, but from my memory anyway, consistent all night.
She's one of those players that, like, she feels she's the best player on the floor, and she acts like it, and she conducts herself like it.
In a 31-23 game, St. Teresa really needed those buckets, and they got it. Back up by 8 now. Regina fires a 3, left wing, money!
I was asking for one of those.
You want to get St. Teresa's out of their zone, knock down a few threes. You'll see a change from Coach Capiello over there.
There you go, 5-point lead. St. Teresa trying to score yet again.
Now they're in man-to-man now.
Crusaders.
And they're face guarding.
Yeah.
And they're face guarding her now.
So sticking with the face guard, but eliminating the
here's
zone
the poke
part of the
away.
rest of the
Crusaders
defense.
come up with it. Rodriguez working with her right hand. She allows the offense to come up, join her. Here's a deep 3. No good from downtown off the fingertips of Alyssa Regina. And the Falcons come up with a loose board underneath.
Tosca had the foul on the baseline. Both teams far from the penalty, so inbounds for the Falcons along the baseline.
8 games, though.
I see.
Surprise.
Not for me. I had 5. I was sitting on the bench for 3 games. I'm on load management. I don't like it.
It's all right, Ray.
I'm just,
it's good for the network.
I don't want to talk smack behind your back. I'll do it live on the air.
This is why we're good. He says, this is great. Elliot's mad money.
No,
great.
This is great. But hold up. Who's that foul on? Yo, they call that foul on McGinn. Getting frustrated, battling with a girl in the post.
Wow, away from the ball.
Yeah.
So they're banging. And it's getting real serious out here. A 5-point game. Here's a 3 from downtown. Hold the phone. It's a 2-point ball game.
I need to make more requests.
That means you got a hot hand right now. Falcons try to answer back with a 3 of their own. Grimaldi gets the board and throws up the bucket.
So far, unequivocally, the MVP for St. Teresa's been Grimaldi. Oh, my goodness. What a performance. No surprise, one of the leading scorers on the team and one of the leaders, but my goodness, she's had a game tonight.
Here's a beautiful pass into the paint on the entry, and a foul's going to be called against the Falcons.
I love with Delmar and is that 22?
Regina.
I can't remember anything. McGinnis, just a constant post presence. You know, it's like watching Duncan and Robinson again.
But how about the guards actually looking in and throwing it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember how many times I've seen, even this year, where the ball is just going into the post. Like, people are throwing the ball willingly into the post and letting the big guys or the big girls do their thing.
And I talked to Coach O'Connor last night, and I was unaware of his status as an Island, legend as far as so many years' experience, but not surprising that an old school coach is running an old school style offense.
That's right.
And it's still my much preferred method to watch. Watch, coach, whatever. My preferred method of basketball is inside out.
Right.
Big people on the floor. You look inside, take the 3 ball when it's there, as opposed to seeking out 3-point shots.
Right. Get
Danny
layup.
Danny Chanod looked a little any weekend at Bernie's for a second, but he is
I'm back.
He's smiling.
He's almost there.
I'm back. Yo, that's why I love you guys. Thank you for catching me while I was slipping, bro. I was starting to zone out.
Danny was not with us for the last 15 seconds. That's okay. A little mental health break. He's gone the distance, folks. No load management for Danny. He's gone the distance, folks. This is 12th round Balboa Creed right now.
It's like crazy. I don't have kids. I'm disoriented. Grimaldi.
Oh, good pass.
Beautiful bounce pass. McGinn just can't finish.
And it just, it contributes to the tough night for her. but she needs to continue to play and play defense and do those little things to help her team win. Because young basketball players is not just about scoring, how you can impact the game.
Well, we've got 1:40 on the clock in the third quarter. It's a 3-point game. You call that one possession if you're paying attention at home. Rodriguez says there's no shot clock, so I'm just going to do this until somebody from the Falcons wants to step
You're going
up.
to force them to do something.
And coach is going to be patient. Coach is like, hey, they don't want to come out and guard us. I'm going to hold the clock, and I'm going to get the best shot. You need to watch out for Regina in that corner over there.
So the Falcons are saying they'd rather let the Crusaders take the last shot of the quarter as opposed to coming out and putting some pressure on them. They tell them to stay back. So they're willing to waive unless Rodriguez is now going to get active.
Rodriguez calls out the call to her play. Here's a tip. The Crusaders could come up with it. Grimaldi has it. 11 looking to go the length of the court, throws up a shot with the right hand. No. Now it's Rodriguez all the way. Got away with the travel. Absolutely. Throws up a shot. It's a blocking foul.
She definitely got
away with a carry there. The ball came up over his shoulder as she came across the sideline. Right, I'm afraid. Stop. I'm scared to look at my phone, I can't talk about the refs. Stop.
But you want to know what's great though? Rodriguez is so tough that she didn't even care. She
kept it moving.
Yeah, I'm going.
You call it on me and see me. Can't see me.
I don't know who just whistled. Who is whistling? Where's that coming from? Whatever it is, that's a fantastic whistle. My ears are ringing. So, they're going to help her up. I hope she's all right down there on the baseline.
Yep, so we do have an injured player down on the baseline. So great job to Mike Cugno of Gotham Trinity Productions. I've got him, really trained. We don't like to focus in on any negative details, so we don't mean it to be disrespectful to the parents at home saying, is she okay out there? We just don't ever want to zoom in on a hurt player, right? We'll let you know.
She's upset right now, too. So you combine the two things. No need to put that out. Like in a baseball game where an idiot runs on the field. You don't.
Mike, you're doing a great job, pal. Great job up there on the camera.
Gotham Trinity Productions, the #1 production company on God's green earth.
Honestly, you could say that. Why not? So
I just said it. I can't take it back now.
I said it. All right. It's out there on the internet.
There were no bad words.
Say it again.
Say when. All right. Well,
never.
Shout out the player that was down. Number 33, Casey McGinn. So that's a big loss here. Late third quarter, coaches. I mean, she's been an integral part of this offense and defense. But seeing who's going to replace her. Rodriguez at the line here. And a chance to cut into this lead.
And here's the question, right? So Coach Michael Kahn has been face guarding McGinn the whole time with a defensive strategy to stop her. Now, does he go back into his zone or does he continue to play man-to-man?
Well, man-to-man's got him back in the game, so I think you got to stick with what got you here, at least at this point for a stretch, and then look to change it possibly later on. St. Teresa's without McGinn, but still with Ardolik and a few other players.
Here's a three from way downtown. Doesn't go. Rodriguez has it for St. Clair. Bringing it down the court. Runs into a brick wall. No call.
She's such a bulldog.
No call.
Yo.
There was no call. Into a brick wall. They said going the other way.
And she pops up like toast. If I got hit like that, I'd be on the floor. I'd be on the ground for 20 minutes if I happened to be.
Crying. Ray, why are you crying down there?
It hurts. All right, so St. Clair's, as you called, is either a 1-2-2 or a box-and-1 again. And it would make sense to go box-and-1 on Grimaldi. It is the box-and-1. They put it on Grimaldi now.
Sending it over left side. Oh, miscommunication here, and it's going to go back the other way. 11 seconds on the clock. St. Clair with a chance to tie or take the lead going into the fourth quarter.
The beauty of the design of a box-and-1 is to take the player who's killing you most out of the game, and Grimaldi has killed him the most, so this is an interesting strategy.
And it's been the Regina assignment, honestly.
Jump ball. Ray, take over the final 2.6.
I will take this 2.6. St. Teresa's going to inbound along the baseline. Grimaldi at the foul line to receive.
McGinn is back in the game.
McGinn is back in, so it's been hasn't been her night yet, but she's a fantastic all-around player. One bucket. All she just sees the ball go through the hoop once and can turn her night around quick. 2.6 on the inbounds. Looking long. Good inbound to Grimaldi. We'll get a heat from the half court. Good if it goes off the side, the right side of the backboard. And your score at the end of the third quarter, St. Teresa 33, St. Clair's 31, Coachy.
Oh, man, we are entering the world of scary hours, all right?
So I want to drop a quick, it's not my story, it's Mike Dean. I told the story, but the origin of boxing one. So he told one of his players, he said, go out there and you follow the ref wherever he goes. Wherever the ref goes, you run, stand next to him. So he did it in a game, and eventually the referee came over to Mike Dean. He said, hey, coach, why is this kid following me around? And he said, well, it's strategy, ref. And he said, what do you mean? He goes, it's a boxing one. You take the guy who's killing you most and you take him out of the game. And I think that's probably the greatest story I've ever heard. I remember it verbatim.
It's called strategy, Ray.
It's called strategy. So, but no reference to this game. I see Coach Capapello. I'm butchering
That's all right.
Italian
You can't be
last
worse
name
than the
here.
Commodore.
So she's working the refs, talking to
Now
Armand.
I got to get her a fruit basket? No, say it right.
Everyone gets fruit baskets with me.
I'm like $800 in the hole on fruit baskets.
That's the local fruit basket place. We have a fruit
Business
basket place
is
on Staten
booming
Island?
at Edibles on Richmond Avenue. We're going to have to get them to be a spot. You think this is a joke? Doug and his wife, Doug Elwell and his wife are home right now eating pineapple dipped in chocolate on a Saturday night courtesy of Nobody Cares.
Doug Elwell, 4 broadcasts in history. Ray Palma, I don't know, 100? I have not gotten a fruit basket.
Oh, no. Like I said.
I think I'm at like a solid 65.
Yo, enough. It's happening.
There's no fruit basket.
You're getting a fruit basket this week. I've heard
We
enough.
share an address. It's easy shipping. Save some money.
Right.
For real?
All right. Yes, we both live in the same building. Yes.
I got you. I was unaware.
It made it easier as far as travel and stuff.
You know what? You keep this up, you're going to split a fruit basket.
Probably better off for the both of us. Oh, no, fruit's good for you.
Fruit's good for everybody, man.
Disregard the fact that fruit's good for you.
Well,
And I'm very
Regina
picky,
set
so-
to inbound in front of us. Rodriguez set to
This is
receive.
going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen, who's going to win, but I guarantee it's going to be fun. Fourth quarter action.
2-point game, 1 possession. Let's get it.
3-2 zone here for
What a bounce
St.
pass.
Teresa's.
The kick out. Now Rodriguez has it into the lane, has her shot blocked.
Grimaldi with a block.
Don't look now. St. Clair still has possession. Crusaders trying to make something out of nothing. Benjabinia fires a 3. It won't go. She gets her own rebound, battling for it now. And the referee is going to say timeout called by the Crusaders.
There was zero chance she was getting tied up there. She was ripping through like it was the last thing she would ever do. My goodness, the aggression.
So, Ray.
Yes, Danny.
You know, while we were talking, we've gotten lots of texts today. I'm sure lots of people have
My phone's about to
said
die, and I don't have that many
you've been
friends.
getting hit up. Now that you're aware that you're on camera, and you know you're on camera from time to time, will you be thinking about what you're wearing tomorrow, or will you dress up more than the Wu-Tang fanny shirt?
Well, it doesn't get any better than this.
It doesn't get any better. But you've been, I've gotten texts.
It's my hair, really. My hair, I can't believe how white it is. Like I look like an albino or something.
So here's what I'll
of it.
tell you. Every time the Commodore went live on Nobody Cares Sports Show, he would say, why does my hair look so white? Whatever hair he had, he would say it would look white. So he started wearing hats.
If we have, this is my guy Hackmeister. I know that guy. That kid's the best. If there's a salon,
a celebrity around here.
That's a great name, by the way.
Yeah.
Hackmeister.
and he looks like the kid from the Sandlot.
KJ
You can't beat
Hazard,
that.
KJ Hazard and Hackmeister are the 2 best names so far today.
KJ Hazard, impressive
JJ.
job at the point earlier on in a championship win too. My goodness.
KJ Hazard was phenomenal today.
See, I remember things like that. I don't know
happened
how.
3 hours ago, Dan. You're right.
Delmar.
The other co-best player tonight, Ardolik's been fantastic for St. Teresa's.
Well, now coming down on the other side, a deep 3 ball from the Falcons won't go, but they'll get a second chance opportunity here. Grimaldi, bounce pass into the paint is picked off by McGinn. Now coming out the other way is St. Clair's. Gives to Rodriguez, who fires a 3. Money!
That's going to give them the lead. 34-33, 6:40 left.
Doctor, hold on to your chairs.
And I tell you, it started with the General's energy.
Grimaldi from downtown off the back rim. No, second chance opportunity won't go baseline. Crusaders come up with it now. Looking to push with a full head of steam.
Wow, McGinn.
Blocked in the paint.
McGinn with the block.
Coming the other way. They got numbers. It's a 3-on-1. No call.
Wow,
Ref says
very
it's a
good no
turnover.
call.
You know what? She slowed up on the break a little bit. She didn't really go up with the shot. I agree. I like the no call there.
I like the no call.
I don't think St. Teresa's coach Chance agrees with us, and that's okay, but kind of like it there. You could have called the block if you wanted to. I don't think I would argue that either.
Right.
Not an easy call when they're going full speed like that.
But the general, the bulldog, at the point right here.
Let's see what happens with St. Clair working with a lead for the first time all game. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. 8th grade girls A championship live from Farrell. Rodriguez with it. Ooh, tries to feed it inside, thread the needle, but good defense here. Almost caught St. Teresa sleeping.
Respectfully, that was a good look. She almost got that there. That was a good look. She was wide open for a second.
Almost caught him sleeping. Now back to the action. Grimaldi is going to bring it across the timeline. Might go all the way. Sutter step. She's fouled. Going down to the deck hard and popping up just fine. Going to the line here. What are we in a 1-and-1 situation, boys?
Nope, not yet.
Shooting foul, I believe.
Shooting foul.
Yeah, they're going to give her the shooting foul.
Thank you.
Her knee brace being adjusted. This is a good opportunity for teammates to catch a breath. These kids playing on a court. I'm unfamiliar with St. Clair's court. Is it a big court?
St. Clair's is pretty big.
Big, yeah.
But it's not a Farrell C
Well,
court.
yeah, not many are this big, right? Only very few schools have gyms this size. So.
And we see St. Teresa's court.
Now, I'm saying fatigue's a factor only because it should be, because they've been playing. So, but they don't look tired. No one does. These girls are in fantastic shape.
And they're running up and down the floor with
more
no problem.
importantly, gentlemen, we got ourselves a tie game
it
here.
Might be 34. Yeah, 34.
Bringing it across Pennsylvania. Access the paint. Count it. If it goes, it doesn't. But Pennsylvania going to the line to shoot 2.
Danny, did we ever find out the young man who gave us these lists with the pronunciations? Do we know his name yet? We have
whoever it is the GOAT.
I don't
Whoever
know.
did this is
I don't
the MVP.
know what his last name is. So Loris, the gentleman who's doing public address announcing at the scorer's table, he emailed this to me and said, "I hope this makes your life easier."
Yes, he emailed it to me as well. So I'm Loris. Is that the name?
He did not make it. You're saying, or he's just
don't care. I'm just saying.
He's getting credit for it,
sir. Yes,
right?
Whatever. Listen, even whatever he didn't make it himself, he made it happen for us.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Dog, if he doesn't tell anybody about it, is it any good? You know what I mean? He didn't even. The
best part I like is he didn't give us the regular spelling, only the phonetical spelling.
Unbelievable.
So I don't need the other one.
Exactly. Oh, what a crossover from Grimaldi with a hand in her face. That almost went. McGinn on the rebound. She's fouled. Going to the line to shoot 2. St. Teresa with a chance to tie the game.
Just saw from McGinn's the first smile of the night. She's had a rough go. First smile of the night. She got fouled. She's going to the foul line. Seeing the ball go through the hoop here could do wonders for her game and her team in the last 5:33.
But she's played, since she's got back in this game, she's played phenomenal defense. She's getting rebounds. She's blocked a few shots.
Well, she got knocked to the ground there, and, you're worried when you first get hit. Are you hurt? Can I play again? So once you get to the bench and you realize, I can play again, you kind of forget about the rough night it's been so far. Here she is now, a chance to cut the lead to 1.
And Coach Mike O'Connor is yelling at Lauren Rodriguez to guard McGinn.
Well, she's done a fantastic job all night long from that perspective. Rodriguez on both ends of the floor, mighty impressive.
Gives it to Rodriguez. Excellent cross-court pass into the paint. Counted and the foul!
That's the kind of pass you don't want to throw. It's highly dangerous, but when it gets through, it looks beautiful. But diagonal court pass is a chance for the conventional three-point play.
And you talk about it, you turn a 2-point lead into a 4-point lead, and now a conventional 3-point play. A chance right now. It's already, gentlemen, a 2-possession ball game.
She threw the same pass 3 possessions ago and turned it over and had the confidence enough to throw the pass again over the top to McGinnis.
Big-time players in big-time games.
That's
McGinnis to the line. St. Clair's has extended this thing to a 4-point lead.
Whatever high school Lauren Rodriguez is going to, I'm a fan of. Because she's good.
Selfishly, I'm rooting for Newdorf.
Grimaldi going into the paint, taking the defense head on, and she gets her own board. Second chance opportunity. She's fouled. Going to the line now to shoot a pair of free throws.
All fan bases all day long. Look, you see these kids compete. I just watched her wave to somebody in the crowd, just being a happy kid playing in a game, which is ultimately all this is. But both fan bases have been fantastic for both teams all night long.
And you see the St. Clair's boys varsity up there cheering their classmates on.
It's good to see the team supporting each other, kids supporting kids, being a part of something bigger than just a team, being part of a program. And most of these programs, they're not just team to team, it's program.
And win or lose, these girls will be here to support the boys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Tomorrow's going to be a great one, too. But right now, we're in the midst of a great one. Down the lane to left and one.
Yes,
we're going to book that.
And the foul.
That is legit and one.
So the answer, St. Teresa's cuts it to 2 and right back in with 5 seconds later, back at the line with a chance to improve the lead to 5.
And I'll tell you, and I keep saying it, this run started with Regina and the play of Lauren Rodriguez, who got them going defensively, made a couple of threes and opened this game up.
Coach Cappiello on the sidelines is telling her Falcons, just relax and shake it off. It's only 5 points. Here's a long 2, shot too far along over the rim. St. Clair's comes up with it. Throwing a pass up into the paint, almost easy money, but it's the Falcons that get back on D.
Who?
Grimaldi everywhere today.
Who's that on the floor? Who's that on the floor?
Not only on the floor, but the sportsmanship afterwards. Probably the two best players for each game and helping each other up. That's what you want to see.
Grimaldi, it's what you love to see. Lesson with 4:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. I don't think we ever found out the DJ's name.
You know what? We'll work on that. I'll get someone that walks by us. Like a million people walk by us. We can figure this out. Smoke signals, maybe.
So the guy that made our rosters, his nickname is Larman.
Larman is the man.
That's all we got to say.
That's good enough. Larman. Shout out to Larman.
He is the GOAT.
And he has made this broadcast much easier for everyone who sat in these chairs today.
He's actually a genius, okay? This is all possible.
You don't gotta convince me. I'm sold.
If I was Pop, I'd be having this whole thing filled up.
And I'll tell you another person that's a genius. Dave Fernandez, behind the scenes, he's really been helping me and Nobody Cares Sports over the last 10 days, making sure that this 2 days takes place coming off the Staten Island High School Basketball League tournament. We always talk about the people that put their logos on screen and the people that do the training and this and that in the gym. But the behind the scenes is always left out with every production.
Sure.
And I got to give a big shout out to Dave Fernandez. Behind the scenes, he's done an amazing job this weekend. A big thanks to him. So
we have no better representative from Staten Island. He's the most successful referee of Staten Island history, along with Gary Pregame. And just a great guy for the CYO and a great guy for CYO to have representing them. And I know he made your life a lot easier, which I appreciate that. That's for sure.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you what, Rodriguez working with no shot clock as we approach 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
Look at that.
Beautiful dime, left side of the rim. Won't go on the shot attempt. St. Teresa's comes up with it. Splitting the defense. She is, in fact, fouled on a double team. So that's Ardolik.
That'll be the 6th foul on St. Clair. So Teresa will be shooting a 1-and-1 the rest of the way. With the way the foul shooting's been, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but nonetheless, both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Danny is now looking, he has ink all over him. He's getting a tattoo during the game. I don't know what's happening.
I'm covered in ink after 8 hours of broadcasting.
Probably chewing on the pen or something. It's all right. You're still awake, though.
I'm starving. That might be possible.
There's food behind us.
You can't eat and talk into a microphone at the same time.
That's all right. You can take 5.
This is torture. What are you talking about, bro?
I used my 10-minute break.
You used your 10 minutes.
I used my 10-minute break.
That's coming out of your pay, brother.
Philly cheesesteak quesadillas that were phenomenal.
Well, you better unionize. That's what I got to tell you. 41-36 is our score.
I fired my agent when I was during my load management sitting in the crowd, so I fired mine. New agent to be hired, negotiate my contracts. Here we go. Rodriguez on the ball defense on Ardolik.
Oh, what a little crossover from Ardolik.
Look who's there. Who's there.
Look clean there.
Rodriguez, I thought it was a jump ball situation, but the referee is actually going to call a foul, like a reach-in foul.
Sir?
I guess.
No. Sir, that was a jump ball.
It was a jump ball.
Definitely a jump ball.
I'm not allowed, bro. You see how I've turned into like a kitten?
Well,
I don't speak anymore.
Elliot, let's calm down here because we'll see Armand in the regular season.
Hi, Armand.
Yeah, hi, bud. 2 shots. Was Downing saying it was 2 shots on the shot there, so Ardolik will get a second shot here. 41-36, 5-point deficit for St. Teresa. The Falcon. I couldn't think of the name. The Falcon.
It's tough. You got it.
Ardolik had a beautiful shot.
Beautiful
follow
shot.
through the pocket. Very nice.
Well, it's a 4-point game as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. You can put them up. Rodriguez splitting the defense. Good Good defense here from the Falcons, though, forcing her outside the paint.
All right, Elliot, I am not, admittedly, not a girls basketball expert. Tisha Panachero, is that a name?
Yes, Tisha.
That is who Rodriguez reminds me of. Like the game, the style, the ruthless aggression.
Oh, Ardolik, right hand off the glass. Wow!
2-point game,
Cuts it down
4
to 2.
minutes.
You said it, brother. And a turnover here.
And there's Ardolik. Let's see what she got. Pull up. Oh,
Going all the way, throws up a wild shot. She's called for the charge. Oh!
So the last play, Rodriguez didn't really step up. I think she's trying to avoid a 4th foul. This time, knowing she has to be there for a team, steps right in, takes the charge. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic player.
She's my favorite player. She's my favorite player today.
She's fun to watch, that is for sure.
Yes, Rodriguez, who's bumped in the backcourt by McGinn.
With the vet move. That's a vet move.
It's, you speed up and slow down.
That's a vet move.
You use the defender's momentum against him when you do things like that. Draws the foul on McGinn, and it's going to send Rodriguez with a chance to extend this lead to 3 or 4 with 2 makes. Danny is doing the pee-pee dance. I don't know if that means he has to make pee-pee or not.
I'm good. I'm still with you guys.
All right.
He's just gaining the circulation back in his legs.
Doug, when you're in the hospital and they come and they give you a needle in your stomach because you haven't moved your legs in a while?
Yep.
It's one of those.
Danny, we're going to get through this next 3:37 and get you home safe.
Oh, what a pass! Off the glass! Hold up! Don't stop the party! We are tied up at 41!
Scary hours. Let's go. 3:25 left.
I'm talking the last game of the day, best finish of the day. Let's do it. I got enough energy in the tank, and so do these girls.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, with the left hand, throws it in.
What an answer and response for the Crusaders.
Check her temperature. She's got ice water in her veins, Coach.
Grimaldi
off the glass.
We're cooking with gasoline right now. This is fantastic.
Yeah, we're hooping out here in Oakwood.
I'd say it's fantastic high school basketball in my head, but no, this is better than high school basketball.
No, this is great basketball, period.
This is pure basketball at its
crowd.
finest. I'd say Teresa's matched up man-to-man down the stretch.
Rodriguez sends it right side. That's a 3! From the corner! It falls! Ashley McGinnis from downtown! A 3-point lead for St. Clair. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, if that went, I might have started the car. That would have been a lot for me.
Yeah.
McGinn might have done all of us a favor. I think this roof might have blown off this place.
If she makes that, people go crazy.
2:28. St. Clair's with a 3-point lead and on the inbounds.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, she's going to work and bring it across the timeline. Good hands here by the Falcons, trying to break up the fast break, and they do. Now they will bring it across the timeline, left or right. Again, throws it up, short. Pennsylvania comes up with it. Her jersey is tugged. No call. Loose ball. Who'll come up with it? It's Regina, and Terry Downing, the ref on the other side of the floor, has blown his whistle.
And Coach O'Connor is hot.
And Terry, the veteran official he is taking that. I think a younger official Coach may have a tech in this situation. Yeah, he's kind of letting them have it right now. Not sure of the call. We have another, is that a parent coming out of the crowd? All right, that's not appropriate.
No, that's Coach. That's Coach's daughter.
Okay, well.
Tell his dad to calm down.
Nonetheless, we got to get everybody under control here. Well handled. I think a good job of restraint by Terry Downing. You don't want the game decided by coaching or play, the emotions of a coach, and I get it. Listen, we've all been in these moments. Myself, you and me, we've been through a lot. Danny Bellios over there, the 3-time Farrell junior varsity head coach champion. We've all been in these situations in this gym, as a matter of fact, and a lot of them. And it can get the best of you. So good job by Downing, their veteran official.
I just like how the parents are trying to get Coach to calm down.
Yeah.
Coach, calm down. We're winning. Calm down.
You said that to me on 1 or 2 occasions over the last 20 years. And
Coach, we're winning. Calm down.
It's the tone. I know the tone. When you're breaking my chops and when I have to shut up. So good job. I think that was handled by all. Can understand Coach's frustration as well. So nonetheless, St. Clair's 3-point lead, 2:07 remaining.
Excellent stuff. We're out here, 2:07, like you said, Coach Ray.
And the Falcons are matched up man-to-man, and I love to see it.
Yes.
Well, it's a 46-43 game. St. Clair finds themselves up by 3. They don't need a basket.
Here comes
They need to be careful with the ball. Rodriguez has it working around a screen on the left elbow. Now she brings it up right.
I like this. I like this. Clear the table.
We're under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Coach, I don't think anybody could ball pressure. Yeah, they're going to have to run a double out. You can't just let one defender.
Rodriguez sends it over right side. Bentabinho with it now. St. Teresa going to start the double. And Rodriguez meets danger dribble, now loses it. Falcons outlet the other way. They have a chance. Grimaldi off the glass, won't go. St. Clair comes up with the board. Rodriguez, nobody home to defend, throws it up.
Rodriguez. You know who Rodriguez reminds me of? Now I got it.
Hold the phone. Grimaldi launches a 3 and banks it in. It's a 2-point game.
Grimaldi one-on-one top of the key with Rodriguez. 59 seconds left.
Rodriguez has that crazy look in her eye, brings it across the timeline, and the ref says that there's a push on defense.
Yo, Rodriguez reminds me of a young Joette Fiorello. Joette Fiorello, long-time St. Peter's girls basketball player, won the Jakes in '95.
Wow. Fiorello's a hell of a player. Right now, Rodriguez
plays both sides of the floor, looks to get a team involved, and the emotional leader.
2 big foul shots coming up here.
Rodriguez, the first from the charity stripe, doesn't go, and these are massive. They're up by 2 points here. This is to make it.
It's been our highest
2-possession game. Now they can only make it a 1-possession game with 3.
From a defensive standpoint, the changing of the defenses by both teams, I think it's been maybe our best coach game of the night.
Absolutely.
It's our highest scoring game of the night.
Second one's off the back rim. No. St. Teresa's comes up with the rebound. Down by 2. 52 seconds to go, and they've called timeout. We've got a brand new ball game here, boys.
So 52.6, a ton of time. St. Teresa's Coach McGinn right now, smart move, wondering where the inbound is going to come from so you can diagram the play properly. Obviously, the 3 balls there, you got to take it, but whether tied or a 1-point lead, you want to find something here offensively. And if it's anybody that's been, if you're going to Grimaldi's the hot hand, she's been playing great all night. Our Dolik's had a day, and then McGinn's arguably, sorry, camera. Yeah. I don't like looking at my hair. And arguably McGinn's arguably the best player. So you have 3 people I think are options to go to the initial play, and then if that breaks down, just be a basketball player, the first open person shoot. Interesting to see what St. Teresa's does come out, though, and defensively.
Right.
What is St. Clair's going to do in order to slow them down? St. Clair's has thrown everything with the kitchen sink at them so far. We'll see what they got next.
I would love to see what Coach Michael Connors, the OG, is going to do defensively in a 2-point game to get his team a stop. Both teams, like I said, great crowd. Both teams are playing really hard. It sucks that somebody has to lose this game, but that's what sports is about.
You said it, mister. 52.6 seconds to go. We couldn't have asked for a better ending to this championship Saturday. 8 games on the slate. This our final game. Inbounding right in front of us and kicking all sorts of equipment are these players as we go down the stretch. Grimaldi doesn't get the basket to go. St. Clair comes up with it. They have a 2-point lead, and they could slow it down or look to push and put the nail in the coffin.
You got to trap the ball here. You can't let them have free, especially Rodriguez here. I don't know if you want to foul Rodriguez, but you got to put pressure on it. There we go. A little run, put some pressure on the ball. Force the referee to, I was just going to say, force the referee to make a call. Referee makes that call. It's going to be 2 shots on the other end. 29.3 left.
That's a foul. But here's the thing, right? You're putting an 8th grader up on the line, and you're gonna say, you know what? Make 2 free throws.
And the last game I broadcasted, there were no 3-pointers. So just because now,
welcome to the party. It's totally different.
Thanks to being invited. Better late than never. The 3 ball is in play. So now, 1 made free throw, still a 1-possession game.
Right.
So Rodriguez previously, I believe, missed 2 last time down at the line.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the Crusaders, I don't think there's anybody you want with the ball in their hands other than Rodriguez, whether it's the foul line or anywhere else on the floor.
Rodriguez, Regina, 6'9" and 20. have all handled the ball very well today for St. Clair's.
They've handled the ball, and on the inside they've had I can't remember anybody's name.
McGinnis and Delmar.
Yeah, McGinnis and Delmar are the names I'm looking for. Thank you, Coach. Need help.
And McGinnis.
Danny's having a mental breakdown. Danny they need 30 more seconds out of you, buddy.
We got this. 29.3 seconds. Rodriguez nails the first.
McGinnis hit a big three.
An interesting strategy here. No one on the free rebound line. St. Clair's wants to make sure they're back defensively. What?
Start thinking about your player again.
There we go. It's already done.
Very easy, yeah.
It's already done.
So Grimaldi's been fantastic all night on the reach here. Good entry pass.
The ball's going to get taken away.
Guess who?
St. Clair's loses it. It's picked up. Grimaldi lays it in.
So just when you think it could be over, little turnover, little steal, 15.4. I don't know how many timeouts they have left, but they at least had one. Great timeout by Coach Capiello and Coach McGinn over there. And last time they had a chance after a timeout, they ran a great inbounds play, got Grimaldi going downhill. Now the timeout's for defense, also to stop the clock. Obviously, you have to trap. You have to be aggressive as you can. You can't really afford to go for steals for too long with 15.4. Maybe the initial trap, you can try and get the steal there, but if not, you got to give it. And you got to make sure they give it quick and they stop the clock as soon as possible.
And just knowing Coach Mike O'Connor, he prides himself on having effective press breakers and getting people the ball, out of bounds plays and things like that. He knows that's important. He stresses it. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have a nice press breaker to get, Rodriguez, Regino, and Bensavenga the ball and get them to the free throw line.
Well, fascinating to see. I'll say it for the second time, both coaching staffs have been very impressive all night long. No surprise that these teams are in the championship game. The talent has been the overriding factor, but I think the coaching, both groups have been fantastic.
DJ's crushing it.
The DJ, absolutely.
We
don't know your name.
So look, we got an opposite stack. We got an opposite stack in the slot. Boom.
St. Clair gets it in to Rodriguez. 12 seconds. They got a Fowler getting it across the timeline.
And they foul her.
And they do, in fact, foul her now. 8.3 seconds to go. St. Clair up by 2. A chance to make it 3 or 4 on this free throw line.
Now, I'm unsure of the timeout situation, but if you say Teresa's the miss of the second shot, a rebound is an immediate timeout, or they can dribble the ball up and call timeout then. Otherwise, if they have no timeouts, this next free throw from Rodriguez will either ice the game for St. Clair's or open the door for St. Teresa's. If she misses, the question will be, does St. Clair's foul and not give St. Teresa an opportunity at a three-point shot? Not going to matter because Rodriguez with ice water in the veins.
Icy.
She nailed both of them, right?
Icy.
Absolute ice water. She has been the most impressive player I've seen today, boy or girl. Just a dominant game here for St. Clair's. And barring something a little insane here, St. Clair's is going to win this basketball game. And I think it's pretty obvious who our MVP is who's going to have a seat here and up with us post-game.
Absolutely. Phenomenal game by both teams, and it's what a way to cap the night off. This was high quality basketball.
And in every I thought the game was well officiated. Yes. I thought the game was aggressive from both teams. And both teams, I'm repeating some things I already said, but this timeout seems longer than any timeout ever. Both teams have changed defenses. Both teams have gone into their bench, and I just think it's been
coaching.
Yeah,
the high level of coaching.
Well, this is what you want, right? Out of the 8th grade game, this is it. All these young ladies are going to be playing for some high school somewhere in September. I hope they all decide to stay on Staten Island and go do great things. And I look forward to watching them play in high school.
Absolutely.
But this is the future of girls basketball here on Staten Island, and only a small portion of it. Not every kid plays CYO and things like that,
right.
But if this is our future, it's extremely bright.
Extremely bright.
And if you watch the Sacred Heart, the prior game was Sacred Heart and was the Star of the Sea.
Yep, the 7th grade game.
A ton of talent in the 7th grade game. St.
All
Teresa's
right,
getting downhill.
5 seconds to go here. St. Teresa's down by 4, throws up a Hail Mary. It doesn't go, and that's going to do it. St. Clare's has finished the improbable and have won the 8th grade A championship game.
What a fantastic CYO basketball game and a great way to cap off a phenomenal day over here at Monsignor Farrell. You see the excitement for St. Clare's and the heartbreak for St. Teresa's. Don't want to see that ever, but we have what we have. And Danny, after a long day, starting at 9:30 when that ball went up and Blessed Sacrament got the win, this has been nothing but spectacular.
No doubt. I got somebody out right now on the court going to get our star player of the game.
Well, this is WrestleMania, and this is night 1 of WrestleMania.
Wow. That's true. This is
only
2
night
nights.
1, huh?
Is that person doing their job?
They're doing their job.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't hit me.
She's coming. It's all right. Making her way to the broadcast booth is Lauren Rodriguez.
Lauren, can you hear me, Lauren?
Can you hear us?
Flip the other thing around. Quick.
There you go.
So, Lauren, simply put, how does it feel to be the 8th grade champions after playing so well today?
Season long, so it feels really good to win.
Now, we watched you play today. It was so much fun to watch. What is your favorite part of the game? Is it defense? Because you're a pest on defense. Is it offense, passing, shooting, scoring? What's your favorite part of the game?
I think it's passing because I like to give my other teammates opportunities, and it's really fun to see everyone get involved in the game.
Absolutely. So, what do you think was the turning point tonight for you? I think in the fourth quarter where you seemed to really turn it on. What do you think was the turning point for you individually tonight?
I think the turning point was when we came out in the second half and we decided to play as a team. Instead of 5 individuals, we played together, and I think that's what put us ahead.
Amazing answers, Lauren.
Well, Lauren, I was praising you all night for your bulldog effort, and you are the floor general, and now you've gone back to back like Drake.
Coach, Lauren, you get out there with your teammates. Congratulations, Lauren.
Congratulations.
I'll be right back. Thank you.
She said I'm coming back.
I mean, obviously she's a star for the limelight, but that's the 1-minute interview. That's going to be it for Lauren Rodriguez, and that's going to do it for us here. CYO is the final day. Well, the first day. Tomorrow we're back for another 6 games, baby.
And I'll be there for 5 of them, so my
WrestleMania.
My minutes restrictions being lifted somewhat. Very excited about that.
So you should rehire your agent. That's all I got to say.
Agent's already fired. Agent's already fired. Grimaldi is getting a scholarship to shooting school. Well deserved. Grimaldi showed up to play today.
Absolutely.
Sure did. Gentlemen, you did a stellar job. I want to give a big shout out to Doug Elwell, Christina Perez, Rob Bates, Elliot Wilson, Ray Palma in the broadcast booth today. That's all our sponsors, Fidelis Investors, Sage Wealth Management, Next Level Sports, Kiwanis, North Shore, Staten Island, Richmond Amateur Sports Association, Inspire Sports. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Sacred Heart. They were sponsors all day. Windows We Are, Shooting School, The Initiative. The list goes on and on. Join us for another phase.
Main Street Coffee!
Main Street Coffee.
Main Street Coffee!
Like and subscribe. Nobody cares. No religion, no politics. Did you have fun? I know we did.
I had a ton of fun. Danny, before you cut us off, we're going to shout you out. Got to do this. They don't have this. There were 16 teams played today that will have this game the rest of their lives live on YouTube and Nobody Cares Sports YouTube page.
Facts.
Because of you.
Facts.
Not because of Elliot or myself or anybody else who sat to your right all day long. Because of your hard work, you're bringing this back for Staten Island, and the dream you had is coming through, my friend. Great job by
Facts. Salute to you, King.
I appreciate you, fellas. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Round
Enjoy
2.
your Saturday. Set down St. Patty's. Let's get it.